So what we done was start chopping everything off in part one. Got the quarter off, we got the rear end off, the trunk floor, the end panel, got it all off, got the frame rails off, and then we got our new parts, cleaned them all off, and we got one frame rail in, and what we were going to do was get the second frame rail in and the caps. So if you haven't watched part one, I recommend that you go back and watch part one before you start watching this video, because it'll give you more of an insight at what stage we're at. Anyway, this is the stage I left you at. We put the frame rail in and we riveted it all up. And we had to do the other side and we had to put the caps on in the end. So anyway, let's get going. Right, okay people, that is the frame rail is in. Give all the rivets there. See it in the time lapse. It's up here. That's under there, underneath. So what we're going to do now is we have to put the rear end plate on, just this. So this has to go in there as well. So what we'll do is we'll take this mount off again. I'm going to sit that in, and then I'm going to drill the holes, because the holes for here go through here. We'll have to drill holes for the bottom one. So we'll get ahead and do that now. Okay folks, so I just had these rivets in here just lining her up. They're not the ones that are going in there. The ones that are going in there are countersunk. I need this panel to be flat when it's all riveted on, because the end panel is going to go onto it. So what we're going to be putting into them is this countersunk. So that'll go through there, but now I need to countersink this, and for that we have a special drill bit. Here it is here. This drill bit's going to countersink that now, you see. I can use a better view. See, it's sticking out still. See, when I rivet that, that's going to be nice and flat. Great drill bit. Okay, so it's all drilled. Have it all ready. Look at the amount of material that comes off from drilling all these holes. So what we'll do now is take this all off, clean it all off, put some glue on, get it on, rivet her up, and then we have this frame rail. There. Oh well, let's get going. So what I'm going to do here is, which what I do with every panel is, we're going to clean it all off, get it down to the bare metal, and we're going to wipe it all down with like a wax and grease remover, and make sure this panel is nice and clean and the frame rail is nice and clean before we start applying the glue. Okay, so you see me, I'll just put the point back in so I know that this is in the exact right place. So what we'll do is we are going to get the rivet gun, rivet these all together, but it's all sitting all nice and snug anyway. It's all really nice. So let's get riveting. Here we go. Rivet time. Getting the countersunk ones in first. This one is finito. There you go. See all the countersunks. Nice and flush with the panel there. And the reason why you want that nice and flush is because the end panel is going to sit on over there now as well. But this one's all done. It's weird, I was talking to someone there about it. They want you, that's the old weld here. They don't want you to put another rivet in there. They move it over here, there's a certain measurement. You can put it there, so you just put glue there. And the same with one in here, that's the old rivet over there, but they wanted you to put it over here. Anyway, just follow instructions. Just put some glue over there. What I'll do is, before paint, I'll just put a bit of cedar over as well. Anyway, that's that one done. Now, this one has to be done. Let's get cracking. Okay, there you go. 2 frame rails are in, thank God. They're not the easiest. Well, it's my first time doing it, but it's not that they're not the easiest. It's a lot involved. But anyway, there's that one now as well. All countersunk, and these ones here, they're not countersunk, it's structural countersunk. So that's all in. Same as the far side. Turn the light on. Same again. Looking nice. So what we need to do now is, I need to put a little panel in here. We're going to do the same over here. Let me show you where it is. This is it here. Let's see which one's which. Yep. That's that side. Right, so this little panel goes in here like so. Now, there's a few 4.8s holding that in. And then what goes here is that piece there. We have to get that on as well. That one goes on the far side. To show you, it's gonna sit nice and snug in there, like so. But I think next what I'll put in is the trunk floor, I think. But what I'm gonna do is I am just going to set up these 2 points again, get it all nice, make sure it's all sturdy and all that, and then we put the trunk floor in there. I'll probably leave these brackets on tonight while it all goes, while it all sets. So, you two, let's go. Okay, so I'll just take this moment just to ask you, if anyone has any questions or anything about what tools you're using, just ask me in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Hope you're enjoying the video so far. Right, trunk floor, come here, you. Right. Next is this one. Just gonna sit it in here, see what it looks like. Let's see. Yep. Oh, thank God it fits. Right, looks well in there. What we'll do is we'll go over here, have all the procedures. Where's the trunk floor? Rear body panel, blah blah blah. I'm blind. It's here somewhere. There it is, hiding on me. Right, so here we go. Trunk floor parts list. Next page. It's gonna be, we need a trunk floor. We have that. And we need 23 4.8s. Jesus, they changed it. I haven't done a trunk floor in a while, but they used to be 6.5s. Now they changed it to 4.8s, which is these ones. So let me see what way do you do it. Yeah, it's already out. Just telling me how to take it out. Right then. So there you go. 4.8 all along the back, along the side. Then obviously on the rear panel when we have it on. So Jesus, that's mad. They changed the 4.8s. All right, 23 of them for the whole job. Now we have to keep, let's say, some here at once as well. So say it wants 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Right, okay, so we just kind of have to spread them out. 23, same, 13. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Right, we'll just spread them out evenly anyway. So let's mark this up. It's already in there. We'll get our auto writer. I'll write where I'm going to put the rivets, and then we will drill our holes and get it in. Starting to come together, starting to look like something again. Right, let's go. Right, that's the trunk floor in. To be honest with you, that's a piece of cake. Easy. Piece of cake. I never say that. Why did I say that? Anyway, right, 4.8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. To be honest, I didn't put that one in at the start, but then the panel was kind of lifting a little bit, so we just banged that one in. But she's nice and snug in there now. Nice and clean. There we go, starting to come together on a bit of a roll. Should be gone home, but now I'm thinking, well, geez, will I just bang that little bit in, bang that little bits in there, and will I put the end panel on? Anyway, we'll keep going, we'll see how far we can get. What time is it? Let me see. Right, 20 past 6. Let's keep going. Right, let's try and get this little piece in here. Let's try and get them pieces in here. I won't record that piece down there because I'm going to be doing it here. It's just going to be the same. Right, see you in a minute. Right, okay, I got that piece in. There it is. She's in there. She's all riveted, 4.8s. 4.8s along there as well. So she's in, she's nice and snug. Now I'm going to do this side. I'll do a time lapse on this side, you didn't see the other side. So literally, boom. That's going to sit in here. Like that. 4.8s along there. Then we get that on. This is going to sit on here. This calls for 4.8s all along here, up here. Nothing along here, and it's asked for a 6.5 bulb rivet there. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going home. Let that all cure, and then tomorrow we can do the end panel quarter. So let's line them all up, get our holes, and get it glued on. Let's go. So like I said before, it's just the same as every panel replacement. What you do is you just clean it all off, then get your back to bare metal, then get your aluminium, Jesus, and then what you do is just clean it all off with your agent, your cleaning agent. Make sure everything is spotless before you apply your glue. Once you apply your glue, get your rivets in, get your rivet gun going, boom, done. Okay, let's see, I'm out of here because it is 8:10. We got a lot done today now, in fairness. We got the 2 frame rails done, which are 3 pieces each, so that is 6 pieces. Then we had to get the lower glove piece on this one put on, then we had to get the end cap put on. These 2 came with the gloves, we did not do that, but we had to put the end cap on as well. We got the trunk floor in, then we got the floor extension on this side in. Then we got the floor extension on this side in, which you just seen, and we got the extension on the wheelhouse as well in. So that's all clamped there. We'll let that set for tonight. But yeah, I'm happy with it. Turned out well. Tomorrow we are going to come in and we are going to get this on. That shouldn't be too bad. And then we have the quarter panel to go on. Here it is here. So we'll get that on. Still waiting on parts on the Rolls Royce, waiting on special glue to put this quarter on. It's all painted and everything, doors together, front ends together, rear bumpers together. That's the rear bumper there. Just waiting on a certain glue to get it. We can't get it in Canada, so we're trying to figure it out. Anyway, hope you are enjoying the video so far. Yeah, any questions, hit me up. Hit that subscribe button, please, if you haven't already. Anyway, see you tomorrow. Right, folks, it is the next day. Morning time. You can take this clamp off, you'll see this won't budge. Actually, my clamp is stuck. There we go. The glue. Have to clean that. That's a nightmare. Only thing about glue. Look at all my clamps. Obviously, when you clamp a panel, glue's oozing out of it. There you go. That's solid now. So, today, like I said just there, previously in the other clip, we're going to get this, sit it on there, close the tailgate, make sure we still have a nice gap with this quarter panel, get that all on, and then we'll work on the quarter panel. Alright, let's go. Where's that button? Boom. Let's go. Okay, just a quick thing to talk about here. To get this end panel on, okay, you're not going to be able, because it has to sit in behind here, and you have to slide it down to get it in behind there and slide it down here and kind of turn it back in here. So in the instructions, in the hardware they give you, like obviously they want your 6.5 bulb rivets in there, your flow forms, but they give you bolts and nuts, and the reason they give you them is because they want you to knock these out, bang them with a hammer and knock them out. Get rid of them basically, because it makes it easier for you to get your end panel in, and that's why they supply you with these. So when you have your end panel in, what we'll do is we'll put this bolt through here and the nut, and that's what they want you to do from procedure. Also, something else I'll just point out, if you remember my trunk floor, it wanted 4.8, which is what we done all along here, and then it also said 4.8 on your end panel here. Now that was the instructions for the trunk floor. Now we're doing instructions for the end panel, and it's asking for 6.5s. So it's weird, it kind of contradicts itself sometimes. So it wants 6.5s all along here. See? 6.5s, 6.5s. But on the trunk floor, 4.8. Sorry, here we go. It's probably make more sense. This is the trunk floor procedure, and it's asking for 4.8 along the back, along the side, and down on the end panel. Now here is the end panel, and it's asking for 6.5 mil down and along. So that's what I'm saying. Sometimes these procedures contradict themselves a little bit, but I think the best one to do is just go whatever you think is better. I'm gonna go with the 6.5s along here, I think, to be honest, because that's the way it was previously. Never had an issue with it, so we'll do that. Let's go. Okay, end panel sitting on there. What I want to do right now is that's just sitting there. I want to clean off all this area, clean off my joints. I already cut. This usually comes up here with a big panel here. I already just cut splices here. What we'll do is I'll clean this all off, clean that all off. I want to sit it on, clamp it up, and then I want to close my tailgate. I want to sit my door on, and I want to make sure I have all my gaps nice. If I have all my gaps nice, then we'll start making the holes for our flow forms and our blind rivets. Same with this, and then we'll get it going, then we'll be finished. Uh-oh. Yes? Right, let's go. Okay, like I said previously, it's just the same process. Just clean off all your panels, get everything nice and clean. One thing I will say is this old glue in the car, when you're grinding that off, make sure you have a vacuum or at least have a mask on you, because that stuff is not good for you. Once I have it all cleaned off, there you go, just sit the panel on, make sure it's all snug, try the door on, be closing the door then as well, make sure the gap is all good. Then move on to the tailgate. What I'll do is make sure everything is all nice and tight, close it down, make sure the gaps are nice with a quarter onto the tailgate. Try the bumper brackets on as well, get them on, and then we'll try the rear bumper on as well. It's such a big job, just want to make sure everything lines up nice with this. So this will be all just a dry fit. Once I get everything sitting on nice, then what we'll do is we'll make our holes for our rivets, flow forms, and take it back off. Just give it one more little clean off with the wax and grease remover or whatever cleaning agent you use, and then we start applying the glue. Okay, just tried on all my parts. She's looking good. Have it here. The gap going up there is pretty nice. Gap here. Pretty good. Consistent. Gap here. If anything, I can bring that down slight bit. Well, it's not a big deal. Gap here is nice. Bumper sits nice. There's a nice gap with the door then. So what I'll do now is open the door, open the tailgate, we'll start making the holes for the quarter panel and the end panel. And then we'll take it all off, clean it, glue it, get it on. So, coming together nicely. Let's go. Right folks, so unfortunately this is where I'm going to leave this video again. Usually you hit about 26-27 minutes long, and then I leave it for the next time. So we'll have a part 3 in this, and hopefully we'll finish the whole video on part 3. I'd say we will. So if you liked the video, please, like I said, give it an old thumbs up, or if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And I'll just leave you here with a few kind of in progress pictures of how we've come along this video, and a little sneak into the way it will look at the end. So yeah, like I said, if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Hit me up in the comments on any questions with any tools or products that we're using, and I'm hoping that you're all enjoying the video. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you in part 3 next week. Take it easy.